Hey, what is up, beautiful people? I figured I would use this time getting ready for the gym just to film a little bit of an update about where I've been, what I've been doing, how my off season's going. I wrote down a couple notes of what I want to cover so that I don't forget. But I'm just gonna kind of take you guys through my normal gym routine. I already have my outfit on. It is currently Saturday, November 29th at 11:42 a.m. So it's almost noon time. I am training a little bit earlier today. I typically train after 3 meals, and my most ideal time to train, I would say, is probably between like 3 and 5. Like if I could head to the gym around like 3:34, that's like my sweet spot. Today I have a hair appointment this afternoon, and my husband is gonna go see some family. So we're just getting things done a little earlier today. I'll probably finish getting ready, have my pre-workout meal and my pre-workout. I can kind of show you guys the supplements that I'm taking pre-workout, and then I'll take you guys to the gym to run you through one of my workouts. Let me just see my notes here for, I know what we're covering. Okay. Off-season update. Oh gosh, where do I even begin? So we are about 4 months since show. Crazy. So the last show I did was USA's. And that was end of July, and I basically have been in off season since. My number one priority this off season was to get my hormones in check. So 6 weeks after show, I got my blood work done just to check what's going on underneath the hood. My levels of progesterone were extremely low. So that has been my number one goal this off season, is to bring that back up. So I am on HRT, and I'm taking progesterone pills. So I'm taking 50 milligrams a day, I think on days like 1 through 21 or something in my cycle. And then for like 7 or 8 days, I take like a higher dose, like 100 milligrams. So yeah, that's been going well. I will say my hormones were really out of whack after last show, and I think it's important to talk about because I remember at the beginning of my competitor journey, like my hormones were pretty messed up after my first show, and I didn't really understand why until I started to get a little more educated on how important blood work is, and how when you are doing these extreme things to your body, like you really need to be checking on like what's going on underneath the hood, because you really don't know. I think as bodybuilders too, like you become very in tune with your body and how you're feeling. So I just knew I was off. Like towards the end of the prep, I just felt like my hormones were really off. I could barely sleep, and it makes a lot of sense because your progesterone is like your happy hormone. So it helps regulate you, it helps regulate sleep, it helps regulate like your stress response. You're easily irritable. A lot of kind of like heavy, I would say PMS symptoms are just kind of like baseline when your progesterone is very low. So my goal is to like get my progesterone up so I'm just like feeling good. Everything's like more regulated. And I could say, after being on HRT for about, so I got my blood work done 6 weeks. So I think I've been like a little over I think about 3 months now. I've been on my HRT protocol, and it has helped a ton. Like I literally feel night and day from when I started my off season. So that's been my number one priority, honestly. Letting my mind rest, obviously letting my body rest, but most importantly, just getting my hormones in check. Because when your body's fighting you like that, especially while in prep, it just makes things so much harder. So I'm really happy that I'm feeling so much better. I am getting my blood work done again this coming week. So I think it'll be December 3rd. And I remember I got my blood work done, I think like the second week of September. So it's been a little bit. So I want to see just like how I'm doing now that I've been on this HRT protocol for a couple months now, just to like really check. I mean, my markers of like how I feel so much better. My sleep is so much better. My mood is better. I'm able to like regulate like how I'm feeling. So it's been really good. I feel in a great place. So yeah, that's been my number one priority. Obviously, I've been training really hard. I've been following a meal plan. I have been kind of letting myself have a little bit too much freedom these past couple months, but again, my first priority was to get my hormones in check. And now that I feel like my hormones are more leveled out, I don't feel the desire to eat off plan. So it really just shows you like how important your hormones are, because it felt like before, when I was coming to off season, it was hard for me to like control my hunger cues. There was a lot of food noise involved. So now that my hormones are a lot more regulated, it's so much easier for me to stay on plan. So I think it was just so important that I got that figured out. So now I can like get back and be a little bit more consistent. So yeah, off-season update. I am on my second training plan. So I started a new program with Kim, an off-season program, I think about 2 weeks after my last show, with the goal of building a little bit more fullness in my upper body and just kind of like broadening out my shoulders and my back, and obviously maintain the muscle I have everywhere else. So that's been a huge focus. Another focus of mine too is strengthening my core, because that was also feedback, is a tighter core from my last show. So I've been implementing vacuums. I've been doing those every day, every morning after kind of my foam rolling routine. So that has been working well. I will say when I first started implementing them, they were so hard. Like I never really did them before in a consistent capacity. So this is the first time that I've implemented them where I've been very consistent. I basically just do 10 rounds of 10-second holds. If I could get up to 15 seconds, great. But I try and just get up to 10-second holds, and really just try and control my breathing. So I've been implementing that during this off season. I think it's been paying off because it's just getting easier and easier every day. So that's been great. Other things I'm doing for core is I am wearing a weight belt now. So I've been kind of going back and forth between wearing it. Like previously I wore it a lot and then I took a little bit of a break and now I'm back wearing it. And the reason why I'm back wearing it is actually because I asked my coach and he said I could. But then I also asked Charles Glass, and he said that I should be wearing it during training and cardio. So that's what I've been doing as well. Not used to wearing on cardio. It's definitely a new experience for me, but I feel like it's been helping with my core control. So I'm gonna give it a shot. My coach basically said implementing vacuums will be really important. I could wear a weight belt for training and cardio. And then Charles Glass said the same thing of just wearing a weight belt at all times during cardio. And during training, and just bracing my core throughout all my lifts, even with the weight belt on. So I've been implementing that. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, let me see what else I wanted to update you guys on. Okay, yeah, so workouts have been really good. I would say the first 3 months, I was really focusing on like heavy lifts, really pushing myself in the gym, especially with the increased food. And I had a lot of fun with that. I'm not gonna lie. I love going to the gym. I love training hard. It's like where my sanctuary is to just completely unplug and just push. So I had a ton of fun with that in the first 3 months. But now that I've started my new programming, we're actually switching it up a little bit to where I'm doing supersets one week and then no supersets the next week. So just kind of switching up which muscle fibers I'm targeting. So fast twitch versus slow twitch. And I will say the first week on the superset program, I was not used to that because I'm so used to pushing like the heavy weight. So it was nice to have this switch up in programming where some weeks I do superset and then others I don't. And my split right now is I do 1 leg day, I touch my glutes 3 times a week, I touch my shoulders 2 times a week, and then I have like a chest day, a back day, and then obviously I split up. I do chest tries, back buys, I train abs twice a week, non-weighted, and calves once a week. So today I'm gonna be training. This is my last day of training in this training block because it's Saturday, so tomorrow's a rest day. So I have shoulders, it'll be my second shoulder day of the week, and then I have glutes, it'll be my 3rd glute day of the week, and then I didn't hit calves on my leg day this week, so I'm gonna be hitting calves as well. So I can kind of walk you guys through that. I typically will only hit like 3 exercises. I'll do 3 exercises of shoulders, then 3 exercises of glutes, and then if I have abs that day or calves, I'll kind of add that on. Today, let's see, I don't think today is a superset day, so it'll just be straight sets, because for my shoulder training, I do 1 day a week supersets, and then the other day I just do straight sets. So today will just be straight sets. So I'll kind of walk you through some of my favorite movements for shoulders and glutes, and kind of core 3 ones that I think pair really well together. And then now that I'm on my second programming and my hormones are a lot more balanced, I'm a lot more consistent with my nutrition. So before, when I felt like I had a lot of food noise and I kind of like would allow myself to have the foods that I wanted, now I'm being a little bit more strict just because we are entering December. I do plan on starting prep in January, so I just want to make sure that my body is set up for success. Also, when you're fueling your body with good foods, like, you just feel good overall. And I feel like it's been helping my hormones balance, it's helping digestion, I'm just feeling better, I'm performing better. So it feels like everything's finally coming together now, and so I'm really, really happy about that. I'm trying to think what else I wanted to update you on. Okay, yes, calories. So for the first 3 months, I was at a higher calorie amount. I think I was close to like 1,700 calories, and a lot higher fats, a lot higher carbs. I was a lot more, like, my plan was a lot more flexible. I had a lot of like fruits, and I think I had like protein powders twice a day. But now on my new program this off season, I'm just like tightening things up a little bit. So it's a lot more whole foods. I'm actually gonna do a full day of eating vlog, so I'll show you guys exactly what I'm eating right now. And I'm feeling really good on it. I'm feeling very satiated, very satisfied. Everything's digesting well, so I think this new programming is going great. And so yeah, my first 3 months, I think I was on like 1,700. I think I was like 1,650 or like 1,700 calories. And then on my new programming, I think I'm around like just under 16. I'm like 1,550, something like that, 1,525. So right around like 1,500 calories. So a little bit of a drop, but I do need to get my body weight down just a little bit more, just so I'm in a good starting place for when we start prep, so I don't need to push myself as hard, like as we're leaning down into show. So feeling really good, weight's definitely coming off, and I think it's all kind of working in tandem, honestly, with the hormone replacement therapy. Like, I can't begin to tell you guys like how hard it is to be consistent on a plan when your hormones are out of whack. So now that my hormones are good, and I'm excited to see what the blood work comes back with this week, then I think we'll be ready to rock and roll for beginning of the year. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so I plan on starting prep in January. They do have the pro schedule that's gonna come out, I think like in a week or two. So I'm excited to see when the shows are. Obviously, a lot of the shows kind of do similar timing, but we don't really know exactly when they are until they're released. So I'm excited to kind of like look through that and plan out my show season, and just kind of like live in the moment. Like I never really thought that I would be in this position, to be honest with you, of like planning a pro show, planning my pro debut. Like it's honestly a dream, and I feel like I keep pinching myself. Like, you did that, you know? Like you set a goal, got after your goal, and now it's like, whoa, like prepping for the pro stage is insanity. So I'm really, really excited for this next year. I feel like it's gonna be amazing. I truly feel like I'm living out my dream, and the purpose for my life. Like I just feel so called to do this, and I cannot wait to unveil the next package that we're gonna bring to stage. I feel like I've been working really, really hard this off season, so I'm just excited to improve. I'm excited to improve. I'm excited to compete again. And I love just being around like the whole bodybuilding environment too. And I'm really excited because I'm actually going to be attending a bikini pro show next weekend. So I'm going to be helping Kim out at Battle of the Bay. There's a bikini pro show very close to where I live. It's about like, I think it's like an hour from where I live. So I'm excited to go there, like just be a part of the environment, see all the pros compete. I think it's one of the last bikini pro shows of the year. So it'll just be exciting to be there and be with like-minded people, and you just get so motivated when you see others compete as well. So I feel like it'll be perfect just to kind of see everyone compete and see them live, because when you see the pros live, it's just a completely different experience. Like pictures do not do it justice. So I'm so excited to see everyone compete. And then after that, I'm actually headed to Hawaii with my husband. I'm really excited. We're going to our favorite place in the world, Maui. And I think I'm gonna film a vlog of that too, just to show kind of like how I travel, the things I do to stay on track. My husband and I are staying at a place with a kitchen, so it's a lot easier to stay on track with your meals. But I'll kind of show how I do that, because I do love to go on vacation and stay on track. Obviously in off season, it's really hard to do it during prep. So I'm excited to show you guys kind of what I do. But I think it'll be the perfect little mental reset before I go back into prep again. But yeah, again, like I can't begin to tell you guys how much like my hormones regulating has made a difference. And I think the other thing I wanted to update you guys on is posing practice. So historically in off season, I hadn't really started my posing practice. Like I usually started posing practice just during prep, but I really want to work on my posing, especially my comparisons, just learning rounds of holding that. So I've implemented a kind of new regimen to start practicing posing. So I'm practicing posing twice a week, and I'm just running my comparisons just to kind of get the muscle memory, especially in your off season. Obviously it's going to be a lot easier to pose when you're leaner and like when you're getting ready for a show, but I just want to start implementing it a little by little, and obviously increase the frequency when I do prep so that it's just absolutely seamless when I get on stage, because the comparisons, they can hold you in the poses for a long time, and just having those rounds and rounds of practice can only do you good. So I'm really excited to continue to do that. And then when I start prep, I think I'll reach out to my posing coach Vanya to start building out my pro routine, because pro routines are different than amateur routines. So I definitely want to start that early just so I can learn what I should do, and obviously that will evolve, but I love posing. So I'm so excited to build out a pro routine and see what that's like. Yeah, overall just extremely optimistic about this year. I'm trying to think what else is happening. That's mainly it. Just really trying to gear up for next season, make sure everything's good. And obviously we're in the holidays now. I was in prep last holiday season, so it's really nice to be able to just enjoy the holidays and not have to stress about being in prep. But I feel like as I'm kind of going more and more into my first off season as a pro, I'm starting to realize like you can't really have like an on or off switch. Like you can to a certain extent, but you do need to keep all of the principles from prep into your off season, like if you want to be successful. So I'm trying to be more consistent and not treat off season like a prep, because I think that's really hard to put those demands on yourself, but like do my best to implement as best as I possibly can that structure, just because having that consistent structure will only pay dividends as you get into your season. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm excited to take you guys through what my workout is today. I'll kind of give you guys some cues and things to look for. And yeah, I typically do like a little like light makeup routine for the gym. And I always have my hair in a low ponytail and just down, just so it's out of my face. Yeah, I just do a little bit of light makeup. But too, when you go to the gym and you look good, like you feel good and you perform better, so why not? Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to update you guys on. No, I think that's mainly it. I think main recap is hormones are feeling a lot better. Been training super hard. Been enjoying myself, locking it in a little more now, and I'm excited to get next season started. Okay, that's pretty much a little makeup routine. I do a little bit of setting spray. And voila, I'm done. I'll show you guys my pre and post workout supplements. Okay, so these are the supplements that I'm gonna have before going to the gym. It's just gonna be the Raw Nutrition Essential Pre-Workout. I really like this one. This is the Fruit Burst flavor. I have a ton of new flavors coming, so I'm excited to show you guys what those are and try them out. I also have the Raw Nutrition EAA Plus Watermelon Grape. You guys, this flavor is incredible. I love this flavor so much. So I just do 1 scoop of each. This Raw Essential Pre-Workout, it has very minimal ingredients, which I like, and the caffeine is from coffee bean extract, so it's mild. You don't get like the crazy jitters, and it's only 200 milligrams per scoop. So I really like this one. Again, very minimal ingredients. Okay, so yeah, I just do 1 scoop of this, and I typically drink it. I like to drink it 30 minutes before my workout. Sometimes if I'm drinking it on my way to the gym, I live like maybe like 10-15 minutes from the gym, I feel like it's not enough time to fully kick in. So I like to drink it actually before I leave the house if I can. I'm almost out of this one, but I have a bunch of more coming. So do 1 scoop of that. And then for the EA Plus, I just do 1 scoop. Yeah, and for the EAAs, I actually sip on this during my workout In the past, I used to only drink it after my workout, but I find if I sip it kind of in between sets to kind of like refuel me, I'm able to push more. So yeah, these are in my stock right now. So I'm gonna drink these and then I'll see you guys at the gym. Okay, bye. Okay, hi, I'm back. Oh, Mike's here. It is about 12:45 now. I've had my pre-workout meal and now I'm gonna start drinking my pre-workout on my way to the gym. But one thing that I thought you guys might have interest in that I forgot to mention in my little makeup chit chat is where my cardio is at right now. So currently I'm at 6 days a week for 30 minutes and I'm just doing incline walking. So I just walk on the treadmill at a 5.0 incline and 3.0 miles per hour. Just do that for 30 minutes. I catch up on my social media, my emails, my texts during that time. And then that's on my current program. And then my first program split that I told you guys about, the first 3 months, I was only doing, I think 5 days a week, 20 minutes. So I was on very minimal cardio for about 3 solid months. And then now we're just increasing the cardio a little bit, heading into kind of the end of the year. As I told you guys, hopefully starting prep beginning of the year. So yeah, just wanted to include that. Gonna drink this pre-workout and I will see you guys at the gym. Okay, bye. Okay, we are at the gym now. And I am just going to warm up. I'm gonna fix this. Tell you guys about my little belt that I've been doing. Yeah, I try to go on the tightest notch. First exercise is going to be a double V glute kickback. It's kind of like you're in like a frog position with your feet, and this kickback is really going to target your upper glutes. So I'll show you guys how you do it. You basically just put a long bench right in the center of a Smith machine, and you're probably going to need a buddy to help you with the feet positioning, but I'll kind of explain it as I get into it. Okay, so you lay on the bench, you put your midfoot right where the bar is, and you bring your knees down, kind of straddling the bench, and then you're gonna kick back, obviously with a range of motion, but try and get to the high point where you feel it in your upper glute. This is gonna really warm your whole glute, but I really feel a good activation in my upper glute, which is like historically an area that's hard to hit. Ooh. And again, really light on the swim machine. There's only about 10 pounds on each side. And I'm really focusing on using my glutes to press the bar up. And again, you're kind of in that frog feet positioning. Bars right in my midfoot. I'm pressing it up. And it's really hitting that whole glute, the emphasis on the upper glute. So really good tip is when you do the Smith machine, wherever the latch is, you want to make sure that it latches backwards so that when you're able to kick back, that it's able to lock. I know that's like a little hard to explain, but just think when you're facing outwards, you want the latch to go backwards. It's just going to help you when rocking back the bar. Last set, I usually only do 3 sets, as many reps as you can. So I'm going to kind of unlatch it with my foot. Bring it down nice and easy. What I'm gonna do for glutes is just gonna be dumbbell deadlifts. These are 35s. Let's see how it feels. I'm gonna keep the dumbbells super close to my legs, leg shoulder width, arm plate down, glute back. Just below your knees, and then squeeze up, keeping your back flat the whole time. Added a band, and I'm gonna go up by 5 pounds to 40-pound dumbbells.
Yeah.
The band's just gonna add extra intensity to the lifts. Mike's gonna do it with me. Push your glutes back. Squeeze up. Again, slight bend in the knees. Okay, we're gonna do shoulders next. And we're just waiting for the rear delt machine, so I'm just gonna do some banded warm-ups. Again, you guys don't neglect your warm-ups, they're so important. So I just have like this long loop band. Do a lot of like mobility work. So I'm gonna do variation taught me, but just standing. So I'm gonna keep my wrists facing towards the back, pinkies up. I try and keep my elbows as straight as I can, but there's a slight bend, that's totally fine. That's my thumb in front. Just lift my elbows. This would be a nice side lateral superset. You can do this seated or standing. Okay. She's done.